Right now, you can do something not a single other animal on this planet can do. You can cry real tears, the kind that come from a feeling, grief, joy, the lump in your throat when something just breaks open inside you. Out of the millions of species alive on Earth, you are the only one whose eyes leak because of how you feel. And that should be impossible. Crying makes noise, it blurs your vision. It tells everything around you that you're hurt, that you're soft, that right now you could not fight back if you tried. In a world full of things that wanted to eat you, that is the last signal you'd ever want to send. So why do you do it? Why did evolution keep the one trait that makes you look weakest? By the end of this, you'll know exactly three things. The one tear no animal on Earth can make, why it feels physically impossible to stop, and the dark survival reason it kept your ancestors alive, a reason hiding behind a tear that almost shouldn't have made it through evolution at all. Stay with me because this rewires how you see the last time you cried. Start with something nobody tells you. Your body makes three completely different fluids and lazily calls all of them tears. The first kind is always there, a thin layer washing over your eyes every time you blink, keeping them from drying out. You've never noticed it once in your life. The second kind shows up when you slice an onion or grit hits your eye or cold wind stings you. That's your eye flushing out an attacker, pure reflex, pure plumbing. And then there's the third kind. The kind that comes when you get bad news on the phone, the kind that ambushes you at a wedding or a funeral or watching something stupid on your couch at midnight. Those tears are different, not poetically different, chemically different. A biochemist named William Frey actually collected human tears and tested them. And the tears people cried from sadness had a different makeup than the tears from chopping an onion. More protein, stress hormones, even a natural painkiller your brain pumps out under pain. Your body, it turns out, builds a separate recipe for heartbreak, a specific fluid brewed only for emotion. But here's the part that should stop you cold. Every other animal that looks like it's crying isn't, not the way you are. You've seen the videos, the elephant with wet eyes, the dog that looks like it's about to sob, the crocodile weeping over its meal. We even have a phrase for fake sadness, crocodile tears. And the wild thing is, crocodiles really do leak fluid while they eat. But it's not grief, it's just basal plumbing, the eye doing its job. A crocodile's tears mean about as much as a windshield in the rain. Dogs, cats, elephants, primates, they all have tears for cleaning and protecting their eyes. Every single one, but shedding tears from a feeling, from loss, from love, from being overwhelmed. 0. Out of every species that has ever been studied, the number that cry the way you cry is exactly 0. Just you, just us. So why did your eyes ever start leaking feelings in the first place? Here's where it gets dark, because crying, by every rule of survival, should have gotten your ancestors killed. Picture it, you're a human 100,000 years ago. You're hurt, maybe a fall, maybe a fight, maybe you just lost someone and the grief has folded you in half. You need the others, you need help, comfort, someone to come close, but you're out in the open and the night is full of things with better ears than you and far better teeth. Scream and you're a dinner bell, make noise and you don't just call your people, you call the dark. So your body found another way to scream, silently. A tear is loud to a human face 6 feet away and completely silent to a predator in the grass. No words, no shout, no sound to give you away, just a wet, visible signal that says I am hurting, come to me, broadcast only to the one species built to read it. And remember that painkiller writing in your emotional tears. At the very same moment you're calling for help, your body is quietly dosing you against the pain, crying out and self-soothing in one act. Your ancestors didn't cry instead of surviving, they cried as a way to survive. And it gets stranger because of what a tear does to your body in that moment. Think about what happens when you really cry. Your vision smears, the world goes liquid and useless. For those few seconds you genuinely cannot fight, cannot aim, cannot run straight. And a researcher named Oren Hassan argues that this is not a bug, it's the entire point. A tear is an honest signal. You can fake a smile. You can fake a laugh, a voice, a word, but blurring your own eyes, lowering your own guard in front of someone, that's a cost. It's you saying, I trust you enough to go defenseless right now, and a signal that's expensive to send is a signal others can believe. This isn't a sign of weakness. This isn't a flaw evolution forgot to delete. This is the most honest thing a human body can say without speaking. It built trust no growl could build, no gesture could match, no clever word could fake, and trust was the glue that held early human groups together against a world trying to kill them one by one. And the proof is sitting in every nursery on Earth. A newborn baby screams from its very first day. But for the first few weeks, those screams come with no tears at all. The tears switch on later around 3 to 6 weeks old, the exact moment a baby most needs to bind a caregiver to it forever. That wet, helpless face isn't an accident. It's the first survival tool a human being ever picks up, before language, before walking, before a single memory you'll ever keep. Which brings us back to that first tear, the one that almost shouldn't exist. Because on paper, crying is insane. It advertises weakness, it drops your defenses, it blurs your sight in the exact moment danger is closest. By every cold rule of survival, it should have been bred out of us long ago. But it wasn't. It survived for the same reason we did. Because humans never made it alone, we made it in groups. And the thing that bound those groups together wasn't strength or speed or claws. It was the ability to show each other, honestly and silently, I'm hurting, I need you, I trust you. The tear didn't survive in spite of showing weakness. It survived because shared weakness is exactly what turned a scatter of fragile, slow, soft-skinned apes into the most connected species the planet has ever seen. So the next time your eyes sting and you turn away, embarrassed, blinking it back, trying to hide it before anyone notices, remember what you're actually holding back. Not weakness, not a glitch, not something to be ashamed of. You're holding back one of the oldest survival tools your species ever made, a silent signal your ancestors used to stay alive, perfected over 100,000 years and handed down to you. You don't cry because something's wrong with you. You cry because long ago the humans who could were the ones who got help, the ones who got close, the ones who lived. That's still you. So tell me, when was the last time you actually cried, and did you let anyone see it, or did you hide it like the rest of us? Drop it below. And if this made you look at your own tears a little differently, stick around, there's a lot more where this came from.